So good morning. We have with us this morning Rick and Ash, who are our two senior instructors in our beautiful centre in Mauritius. They're going to tell us a little bit about how Mauritius works and what's so excellent about it. So over to you, Ash. What's so special about Mauritius as far as you're concerned?
Well, many things are very special about Mauritius, but a few things that come, let's say, first to mind is obviously the sailing. We've got the opportunity of being outside the reef and doing a lot of long distance cat sailing with the added aspect of the rolling swell, which just means you've got beautiful full days out on the water, amazing conditions, consistent breezes, and the scenery to go with that is just fantastic.
And of course the sun is shining even though it's February, right?
Yep, all time, all year round, especially in the winter, always nice and warm. And I suppose, yeah, also the so I said I suppose.
That's okay, so we'll cut it.
Cool.
We'll cut it.
But also the Mauritian people, really lovely, really friendly. This guy, yeah, he's a pretty good model for the Mauritian people.
Yeah, so Rick, you're actually, although you're a Wildwind instructor and you're actually from Burnley, you're also of Mauritian origin. So tell us a little bit about Mauritius from your perspective.
Well, I've been going sort of every 5 years. My dad's from Mauritius, so I've been coming here to Mauritius every 5 years or so as I was growing up, and you know the family out here is great, and the people out here are so friendly. Obviously, growing up in Burnley, it's quite a contrast having this beautiful weather, and the food out here is fantastic as well. It's one thing I really vibe on. You know, the seafood, the French influence to the.
Cool. I'm going to go again on that. So Rick, so you are actually Mauritian, although you're from Burnley. They say the Mauritians are the most friendly people in the world. Do you think that's true?
Yes, definitely. They are really friendly people with lots of, you know, even if they don't know you, everyone's coming up and inquisitive, and they want to show you that they're friendly.
And I gather it's really quite a mix of cultures, isn't it? It's a rather an unusual island in that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's got a very rich history from the Dutch first arriving, and then the French come in after that for 150 years, and then the English come in and sort of taking over from the French, and then it's gone independent. But whilst the English were here, they brought a lot of Indians from India, so there's a real rich culture. And because it was on the spice trail around Africa, they had a lot of Chinese influence as well because of that. So yeah, the culture out here is, you know, the food, the music, the sort of atmosphere is quite rich. You know.
Move up a bit, guys. Move up a bit. Then can you just look in the camera?
Move up this way. Or that?
Yeah, both of you that way. Can you just? Do you think we can get me talking to me interviewing him? So it's slightly more like that. Does that work?
If we move some back a little bit.
You're a bit off.
You mean I'm too far out the side?
Yeah, you've got. Yeah, that's it.
If you guys move up, is there any more room?
Yeah. Big bench.
How's that? Do we need to turn it around?
That's better unless you want to take the white thing out.
Yeah, okay. We're just going to do it and then cut whatever I choose. You said some great stuff already, by the way.
Yeah.
You're like seconds of it, just excellent. Which is all we want. We want bits just to.
Varied and laid back. That's another couple of words would be good.
So I'll start again, just if I don't mind. Just keep going and stuff. So I'm Simon Morgan, the founder of Wildwind here in Greece some 27 years ago, and here's Rick, Catherine, and Ash Lacey, who are a couple of our senior instructors who've worked for us for seasons in Vasiliki and now in Mauritius. And I'm just going to talk to them a little bit about what's different from Greece to Mauritius itself. Obviously, the first thing is the sun is right above us in the morning in Vasiliki. Obviously, the most important thing is in the middle of February, the sun is right above us and it's lovely and hot. Well, so if you're at home in England or in Germany or anywhere in the north of Europe, you will be just delighted to feel the warmth and see the beautiful place. So, Rick, Ash, you started out Wildwind Mauritius. What's so special about the place for our clients?
Well, there's obviously a lot of special things about Wildwind Mauritius. But first of all, got to obviously mention the sailing and the weather that goes with that. Obviously, we have the sun all year round. We've got fantastic wind conditions. We've also got the rolling swell, which we can use outside the reef. And what we can do there is we can just do full days out on the water, with the sun shining ahead, beautiful rolling swell. Just have full, fantastic days out on the water.
Yeah, I must say, when I went out with you the last time, we went for like a 2.5 hour spinnaker run down with Hobie 16s down outside the bay, outside the reef, in big rolling swell, almost as high as the mast. It was amazing to be doing that in the middle of January. It was just spectacular. And Rick is actually Mauritian, although he's from Burnley. You can work that out yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. He sports Burnley football team. You know, you can't do everything perfectly, but okay. So Rick is, believe it or not, Rick is hails from, so in case that was going to do more than once. So Rick hails from Burnley, although he is actually Mauritian. And so Rick is actually going to be managing our Mauritian Centre this coming winter. Rick, it's supposed to be that the Mauritians are the most friendly people in the world. Would you say that was a fair comment?
Yeah, Mauritius. Well, yeah, I would, because
I'm absolutely biased.
completely biased.
So, Rick, the Mauritians are supposed to be some of the most friendly people in the world. Obviously, you're too biased to give us an informed opinion on that, but tell us a little bit about the history of Mauritius and the people and the mix of people that are there.
Well, it's very rich in history. They've got the Dutch who first came out and ate all the dodos, and then later the French came for about 150 years, then sort of not booted out, but sort of occupied by the British, and the British brought with them a lot of Indians, and then it went independent in the 60s. So yeah, it's got a real diversity, and there's also because of before the Suez Canal was opened, Mauritius was situated for the sailors to go around the bottom of Africa, so it was part of the spice run, so it brought a lot of Chinese here as well.
Oh, that's how that happened.
So the food and the music and the culture and the atmosphere is very rich because of this unique blend. So
Yeah.
it's very good.
Oh, excellent. And the hotel that we're using, the Coral Azur Hotel, Ash, how are our people finding that? I mean, it's obviously right on the beach, and I know they do some great shows, but they do some excellent, what can I say, demonstrations of Mauritian life. Can you tell us a little about what happens in the evenings there?
Yeah, they've got quite a nice mixture of things going on. They quite often have themed evenings based on the different cultures that they have there. So sometimes you'll have the Chinese nights and some Chinese style dancing going on. They have Mauritian night, so a bit more of the traditional Mauritian dishes, Creole dishes, with some Sega dancing, which is always good to watch. And various other evenings, some French nights. Just literally, each culture is represented, I believe, each evening.
Yeah, there's Italian night as well.
On Italian night.
That's because the hotel is run by an Italian, lovely man called Francesco, a really good man. And Rick, if you're going to go there, I mean, obviously most of our Wildwind clients will go there for the sailing, but I know when I go there, I like to go and explore the island. Where would you say is absolutely unmissable?
Well, the island itself, as soon as you get off the plane, it's very sort of laid back, and you get that sort of holiday vibe as soon as you get off the plane. And I'd definitely try going and seeing the beaches on the east coast as well as where we are. And there's you can just drive around the island. It's beautiful.
But there's lots of activities on Mauritius as well as just the sailing, isn't there? I think Mauritius is quite well known for kite surfing and for swimming in dolphins in various different places.
Yeah, they have a lot.
We've got the most amazing botanical gardens that I think King Charles has. Okay, I'll just do that again. So, apart from the
Blue Bay, you've got to mention Blue Bay,
Blue Bay,
Ilo
just
Surf.
Blue Bay, Ilo Surf, Gabrielle,
That's just
Chamarel.
Blue Bay is a natural marine park.
Say rainforest, waterfalls. Mix this up between
Yeah,
the two
and
of you.
the zoos and stuff.
Yeah, great. Okay,
The
Crocodile
I
Park.
think you'd have to bring out the natural marine park at Blue Bay. It's absolutely stunning. You know that.
Okay. All right, and you can mix this up a little bit. I don't mind you
Waterfalls.
interrupting. It looks a bit more natural if you do.
Yeah,
interrupt it.
waterfalls.
Okay, so obviously most of our clients head out to Mauritius to go sailing in the middle of the winter or in the middle of the European winter. So obviously most of our clients head out to Mauritius to go sailing in the European winter. But there's much more to do and much more to see than just the sailing. So Rick and Ash, will you tell us a little bit about what you would do if you're going to go there on holiday? What would you do for exploring the island?
Well, I'd definitely go and see Ilo Surf. On the other side of the island, there is you can do a boat over to this island, but there's a beautiful current between the island, which has formed a sort of sandy lagoon. And it's also, if you want to do it by helicopter, you can do it. it's
Oh, yes.
even better.
Well,
but
you can
it's-
afford to do
if
that
you
on
can
the
afford to
salary I
do that,
pay you.
yeah. But I have done that when I was younger, and it was amazing.
So tell us about the Elo Surf.
Illa Surf is Isle of Deers, I think it's translated, and yeah, it's just sort of remotely off from on the east coast from the Toos Rock Hotel, and you get a boat over. It takes about 25 minutes, and once you get out there, it's literally paradise. There's a beautiful restaurant on the island. You can go swimming. There's the paragliding, water skiing, all on offer within the lagoon over there. It's quite shallow there, so you can actually, in the current between the islands, you can actually float through when the tide's coming in.
Sounds idyllic.
So yeah,
sounds
it's really
idyllic.
nice.
They've
What
got
a-
a waterfall there as well.
And they've got a waterfall there. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
There's some other waterfalls on the island as well, and a bit of rainforest. Ash, have you explored
Yeah, I
much
think
there?
they've actually got quite a few waterfalls on the island, of being basically a lot of rainforest there. So yeah, there's just ask the local guys when you're there, but there's several different ones to do. What's the main one called?
I can't remember the name, but it's quite a big one.
Black Forest.
There's
Is it
one.
Black Forest?
There's
I think
one
it's
in
Black
the Black Gorge. The Black Gorge.
Black River Gorge.
Black River Gorge.
So let's
There's
do that
quite a
again.
few in
let's
the
go
Black
back to
River
that again.
Gorge.
So Ash, Rick's been telling us about the Ilo Surf, but there's quite a lot of rainforest and other waterfalls. Have you done much exploring yourself?
Yeah, I've done a little bit while I've been out there. It would be rude not to. Yeah, it's a really good one in the Black Forest Gorge. Fantastic waterfall. The scenery is just outstanding there, and definitely worth a trip whilst
Yeah.
you're out there.
And
There-
monkeys running around as well. If
There's
I
a lot of
seem to remember.
monkeys, yeah, but there is some waterfalls in Black River Gorge that you can jump off as well, right down closer to the coast. But it goes right up into the mountains, and the ones in the mountains you can't jump off. They're apparently as high as the Statue of Liberty, some of them. So,
And of course, I mean, I think Mauritius is quite well known for kite surfing and for windsurfing. We do a little bit of windsurfing in our own area inside the bay, but there's kite surfing just to the north of us that we can organise for people as well. Is that right?
that's right. Yeah, I mean we do run the start windsurf courses and sort of beginner stroke intermediate windsurfing where we are. But on the rest of the island, in the south especially, there's some big waves at the Morn, and it's a big windsurf stroke kite surf area because of the layout of the reefs. And in the north as well, at Mistral, we have a link with them to go, and if you want to do some kite surfing there, it's a lot closer. It's probably only 15 minutes away if you want to do that as well.
And Rick, I'm going to split this up. I'm going to ask you to talk about sailing inside the bay and
Can I-
teaching in schools.
You mentioned Mistral. Do you want to actually physically club Mistral? Do you want to mention that?
No, I'll probably cut that out.
Okay.
That's all right. We can edit this.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to ask you about the sailing inside the bay, and then I'm going to ask you about the sailorways.
Okay.
I'm just going to wait till George stops shouting.
Inside the bay.
Let's just wait. Okay, so Rick, we've got a fleet of 20 boats out there, a mixture of monohulls and cats. Tell us a little bit about the tuition and the sailing inside the reef, and then I'll ask Ash to tell us about outside.
Inside the reef, basically we operate most days inside the reef.
Sorry, guys.
usually in the morning.
Yeah,
You're going to have to stop for a minute. And that came through as well from the back.
Yeah, no, it'll be very noisy. It's all right, they're off. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Guys, can you just try not to do too much talking at the moment? Just launch by all means, but just try not to make too much noise. We're picking it up. So Rick, tell us a little. Sorry. So Rick, we've got a fleet of about 20 lasers, dinghies, and cats that we use as our fleet out there, and as well as some windsup boards. Tell us a little bit about our instruction and our program inside the reef, where of course it's really safe.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't want to say that. Sounds like it's really dangerous outside the bay if I do that, doesn't it? So Rick, we've
No
got a
shocks inside.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's fine
So
outside.
I gather, Rick,
Don't
there's
go
been no
outside.
one eaten for the last 3 years.
That's not actually true. Earlier this year.
Sorry. No, okay.
Fishermen.
Right. So, So Rick, we've got a fleet of about 20 dinghies and cats that we use for our fleet out there.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about our instruction and our program inside the reef near the hotel?
Similar in a sense to Vasiliki, we have a lot of the RYA programs on offer. So we have the level 1, we also have the youth scheme as well for the children. But generally we tailor it to what our guests would like to do.
So can I just, to the other way, you can just at level 1 and youth, but actually we can teach pretty much every scheme
Yeah,
there.
sorry.
Okay, so let's go again.
Maybe
I'm
so
going to
we
just
can
do
cover
one
most
thing,
of
just
the
make
RYA
sure the
syllabus.
bloody machine has been running all this time.
We'll recognise
Yeah, of course.
most of the RYA syllabus.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, it is recording.
I was going to go.
It is recording, isn't it? It says
That'd be
red.
really, wouldn't it?
Yes.
The whole time, it's not been
No, just really don't let me do that. Okay, so Rick, we've got a fleet of about 20 dinghies and cats out there, from lasers to RS 500s, and I think the Holy Pacifics is the biggest load of bollocks we've got out there. Never mind. So Rick, we've got a fleet of Rick and Ash, we've got a fleet of about 20 dinghies and cats out there, from lasers to RS 500 skiffs with kites. To our biggest catamaran, the Hovey Pacific, and our 16s have kites out there. None of them have got dagger boards, of course, because it's a little bit shallow and we don't want to ground our boats. But tell us a little bit about the programme that we offer inside the reef, including all of our instruction.
Okay, yeah, similar to Vasiliki, a lot of our guests that can sail just like to come and launch and blast around inside the bay whilst we're operating inside. And also we offer the full array of RYA courses.
So just, is that a good idea? Talk to camera a bit more or not? Does that matter? 'Cause you are talking to me. I don't suppose it really makes that much difference, does it? Okay, I'm going to do that again. Sorry, guys. If you can, while you're thinking about it, just occasionally look towards the camera rather than just to me. So you know what I mean? Just that is the convenience. So I'm going to get this right again. So, and I didn't like what I said either. So